Hello friends, check out my two new friends here, Karagoz, and Hajiwat. If you are Turkish or you're Greek, then you know this wonderful art form, puppetry. But if you're new, Karagoz, who is the common, the rough around the edges. Oh, what are you saying, Omar? And our urbane Hajiwat. Hajiwat, you can tell from the name Hajiwat, and from his pointy, stylish beard that he is the urbane, the brains behind the schemes, and where Hajiwat is. So this is a very ancient art form. In Turkey, during Ramzan, or I would say Ramadan, during fasting, this is the entertainment that used to be everywhere in the Ottoman Empire. And it's a shadow theater. So these two characters, they would have interactions around like magical worlds. They're they would sometimes become like flying ghosts, or they would become like a bull, like almost like a Minuan like bull, or like just amazing fantastical stories. And there would always be a lesson in the story, so it wasn't just entertainment stories. There'd always be a fable. If you're familiar with 1001 Nights, each of the story continues, but there is a lesson there, or Aesop's fable. So this is an art form from a workshop that I took, and I want to show you. Oh, what are you doing? I'm putting you to rest. Okay, friends. Okay. And yes, you do have to make the voices change. Yes, this is why it's so creative. It actually brings out your inner child. And so I took this workshop, Traditional Anatolian Shadow Theater, a Magical Curtain Project. So by masterclass by Ayhan Hulagu and Mahmoud Ozbek. And I took this workshop a few months ago, and these wonderful puppets I made myself. We practiced together, I've made a bunch of friends, and just a beautiful, and any art form, you have the props, but the most important props perhaps is, of course, the characters, how they're what their natures are, what is their view on life. And then of course you have a script. Scene 1, Karagoz throws himself through the window and has a scuffle with Hajiwat. Hajiwat exits and Karagoz alone. So this is a very famous story called the Bloody Poplar, and it is a few pages, so I'm not gonna go through all of it, but it is actually quite deep. The Bloody Poplar, I'm gonna keep the mystery, but this is just an amazing art form. So it brings back memory of the play and how much fun it had been to play with these puppets. And actually, the purpose of puppetry is, of course, to make something that is difficult to digest easier to digest. This how the saying is, sometimes truth can be bitter. So that's why these art forms were invented. They make something that's difficult for a person to become easier. And that's where we have funny voices. Hajiwat, what are you doing? I'm going nowhere. Oh, but you were moving. always so impatient. Imagine if I said you're so impatient in a normal voice. It's something that you don't really take kindly to. Like you'd be probably offended if somebody said, "Oh, like you're impatient." But like through these stories, they tell us about nature, human nature. They tell us about like our like what is inside us. Some of us have an impatient side. Some of us impatient side, or some of us are refined. Sometimes one side of us is more in control than the other one. What is useful in one situation is actually not so useful in another situation. The charming side that we have, the rough around the edges side versus the more refined side, like they're both like they illustrate this human tapestry, the beautiful natures that we have inside. So it is a beautiful art form. You can find it in video, but I would say that if you ever get an opportunity and you read something called Karagoz and Hajiwat or Anatolian puppet theater, check it out in person, because there's nothing like the in-person experience. It is so just so beautiful. Like you learn things about yourself that you will thank yourself for. So that's my short video on Hajiwat and Karagoz, on our nature, and like I had so much fun learning, and I hope you come back and see you soon. Bye.